The Granville Island Broom Company this playoff season is trying to salvage broken hockey sticks and make them into household cleaning items. The concept was developed out of a love for the game.
We're big hockey fans in the shop here, and in the first series the Canucks were heading towards a sweep, and we thought, how can we make this fun? And we saw a hockey stick, and we're always looking for new things that we can develop and turn into brooms.
Sarah Schwager and her sister Mary grew up in a household of broom makers in the Kootenays. After teaming up with fellow artisan Jory Boehm, it was only fitting that they took their operation to Granville Island, a place renowned for its shops with artistic flair.
Great thing about Granville Island is you get lots of locals and lots of visitors. So already that's a nice, we've got a nice base here.
After being weaved and cropped, the brooms are dried out for 5 days. Then it's off to the vise to begin stitching.
So basically the vise just holds it in place, and then I can use this twine. And then I've got these cuffs with metal plates inside them to protect my hands, and a very large needle. Basically, it's just like sewing.
Then it's a quick trim, and voila, you've got yourself a playoff memento. Good torque on this one. The Granville Island Broom Company will continue to make these custom brooms as long as the boys in blue continue to advance in the playoffs. In Vancouver, for BCIT Magazine, I'm Conor Hammond. Pigeon Park has long been a staple of the downtown east side. This location offers more than just a place for people to huddle out of the rain, as it has one of the very few public bathrooms in the region. But for people who are looking to use these facilities, all that greets them is a locked door and a graffitied sign. Needless to say, this concerns some of the residents here on the downtown east side.
They had a few cans around here, that wouldn't be like that. The tourists wouldn't be so disgusted,
Why are they not taking better care of them? Why don't they just put outhouses down here, or else start letting them be open for free? Rather than putting in something like this so expensive, and then they have to maintain it, and they don't want to maintain it, so why not just put outhouses down here, whereas people just use them for free?
I've seen lineups on here. When they have their Sunday market down here, there's usually a lineup for people to use this bathroom, and when it's not working, they're going in back alleys, and that's not a very clean thing to do.
Cope Parks Board candidate Brent Granby agrees with the concerns of these residents.
Particularly for vulnerable populations, folks who live on the street, people in wheelchairs, seniors, public washrooms are extremely important for them, because if they don't have public washrooms, then the only thing they have is to go in the alleyways. So if you have to go, you have to go.
This unsanitary trend, Granby thinks, will stop with a combined effort from the city and the Parks Board.
It's a city washroom in a park board space. So what we're calling for is there needs to be greater cooperation between the city through the Department of Engineering and through Park Board.
Until this course of action begins, residents have to cope with using other bathroom options. Conor Hammond in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine. But as these bags fly down the conveyor belt, do these travelers still have security concerns before embarking using this mode of transportation? However, the Rio Theatre staff are not alone in their opposition of these liquor laws. Vancouver City Councillor Heather Deal plans to introduce a motion for the government to update these laws. She says the current ones in place are very damaging for cultural-oriented businesses like the Rio. If you have any questions regarding applying to the Coquitlam Fire and Rescue, please contact their head office. Conor Hammond, ready to battle a blaze in Coquitlam for BCIT Magazine.
For more about this story, we're joined now by reporter Conor Hammond. Conor, you mentioned having a trade improves people's chances of getting a job. What are the suggested certifications?
Well, Martin, it's the old adage, the more certificates you have on your resume, the greater the opportunity to get the job. For example, out here in Coquitlam, they're asking people to go out and get what's called swift water training. Also, any future firemen looking to apply should look into taking some courses at a post-secondary school before handing in their resume. Martin? The VPD have opened 2 brand new buildings with state-of-the-art technology and unparalleled storage facilities. Municipal and federal governments work together to make this a possibility. My co-anchor Carmen Weld has the story. Now, that haggis looked interesting, Carmen, but the key question is, how did it taste?
Let's just say I don't expect to see it on any dine-out menus soon.
All right, we'll be right back with more BCIT Magazine after the break.